So this is the Stages platform for project management on advanced visual project planning. So this is a really useful tool to manage project sites in remote parts of anywhere in the world. I will go through a demonstration so you can see all the benefits of a particular project. So as you can see, here's a few of the projects we have on this account. So when you click on project info, you can upload any photos, quick description, a map view of where this location is. We'll save changes and then we'll click on it and get right into it. So this particular site has two Matterport 3D virtual tours created at different stages of construction. So we'll take a look at rough-in here. So when we click on Matterport, it will upload the Matterport model of our construction site. And we'll take a look at, so as you can see, the model's live. We can walk around just as if we were there, even though this was taken last year, last February. So yeah, last January 21st is when this was taken. This is the rough-in stage. So this is me on site, and I quickly did a scan with the Insta360, just the little camera. And as you can see people looking at me, just double checking, and all these dots are where I took 360 images that Matterport scanned together. So fairly clear imagery on this. Obviously the sunlight's fairly bright that day, so it does bleed through. But as you can see, pretty good imagery of the site, and we had noted a deficiency here. Let's take a look. So right here we have a note issue here. So this is our issues log. So we have relocate plumbing. We have one photo of it here, that image. So that is the piece of plumbing infrastructure that we wanted relocated. So in the notes it says relocate drain 4 inches north as discussed on site. It's tracked there. So this is obviously some months later. So this would have been in September 27th, 2022. And this is the finishing stages of this project. So really clear, you can walk around site, look around all views and see where we're at. You could even pop up to plan view. Drop down in this location. And one of my favorite features of this platform is the ability to show two different time frames of a construction site. So we're going to look at both the January 24th and the September 27th. So all you do is click this icon on the right here. So as you can see, we have the final construction finishing stage here, and then on the left we have the rough-in stage. So as I move my view around the room in either of these spaces, it will change the viewpoint of what I'm looking at, so that I can compare construction time lapse imagery. So as you can see, this storm drain pipe is here. If I want to go through here, let's say I click on this. There, it takes me into the same location. You can still see that drain pipe here and in both images. Obviously they've added a bit more ductwork here, but I can still see my main ceiling HVAC rough in here. They just hadn't connected it. And as you can see, they've got that completed and they added an access panel there. So luckily this ceiling is open finished. Otherwise I would have had to do a scan just before that. But as you can see, that's where the storm drain comes down and they just simply box that in. So really powerful tool to be able to look at past conditions of a site and compare if anything comes up lawsuit wise or functionality of a property. We can definitely use this to our advantage. So back to final construction, we're just going to go to the notes section here. So as you can see on our final site review, we did flag a few notes that we want fixed before occupancy. So this first one here is domestic backflow preventer. So this basically prevents the city water from drawing from the building and prevents contamination. So this is required for occupancy. So as you can see, it's all described here. And if a contractor wasn't sure which backflow preventer, because you can't have multiple on a property, they could simply click on that image and it takes us right to the location that this deficiency is referring to. So very powerful tool for helping navigate and save everyone's time on site. It can be confusing sometimes when we get these reports and we're not sure, even though you do have a photo on a report sometimes, it's just not, you're not 100% clear sometimes where we're looking. So this tool allows you to geotag that location. So another one, let's look up the glycol fill tank. So same thing, we click on it. It will transport us through the virtual model right to the location that we're referring to, which is right here. We've also added a tag on that piece of equipment, which is right here. So we need that glycol fill tank to be activated and filled prior to occupancy. So another feature I want to show you real quick is this one. This is the heating pump. So we'll take a look at what we're looking at. So this will transport us to the mechanical room. You can see there's a tag on this, and the contractor can simply click on that and find out a little bit more what the engineer was looking for. So in the description, heating pumps are to be set up in controls as duty standby, revise as required. So that means that one pump runs at a time and they switch every couple hundred hours. So this is the schematic that we were following. So we want to make sure we're set there. And the contractor can simply reply, all complete. So once this is done, you will get an email notification from whoever completed the fix. So very powerful way to manage your site and capture the way progress was in the past.